So these are the benchmark scores I managed to get for the glorious GTX 1080 and the glorious GTX 1060. I know it's a bit of an unfair comparison because you've got the 1080, which is the high-end card, and 1060, which is mid-range card. But I was interested to see what you get for your money, because the 1080 costs like £600 thereabouts for the Founders Edition, which is what I have, and the 1060 around £300. I know the 1060 had an aftermarket cooler. It ran very cool, I'll give it that. Very cool and very quiet. I was happy with that. But I done the Division and I also done Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I was going to do No Man's Sky, but at the moment I feel it needs to be patched because it was just jumping all over the place, so it wouldn't really be a fair benchmark to use that. But I had both games at maxed quality at 1080p because I've only got a 1080p monitor. I haven't got 2K or 4K. I don't do any of that crap. But I was like surprised. I mean, the 1080 in some points got up to like 100 frames solid, just like smashing them out, like amazing. And then the 1060 was like 60, 40, and at some points it dropped down to 30, 35, and I was just like, what the hell? It's like half the difference. But you know, that's fine. And in Catalyst, Mirror's Edge Catalyst, there was only a smaller difference, like 30 frames, not much of a difference. Also, I did have like two comparisons, twice of each card, so I had stock clock, overclock for each card. Stock clock on my 1080 is 1780 megahertz, and I overclocked it to 2051 megahertz, and the 1060 stock is 1850 thereabouts megahertz, and I overclocked that to 2100 and something. Anyway, I overclocked it by quite a bit, and I also overclocked both of the memory. The 1080 memory was plus 250 hertz, and the 1060 was only 100 hertz because I couldn't manage to get it any higher than that without keeping it stable. So I settled for 100 hertz. Anyway, it was fine. It's fine. But without further ado, I'm just going to run the clip. There is no sound. It's just pure gameplay footage. I'm going to run the clips next, so you can see for yourself. Enjoy. So they're the benchmarks for the 1080 and the 1060. As you can see, yeah, quite surprising results really, but that's to be expected. I mean, you've got the 1080 which costs you a lot of money and the 1060 which costs you half, but you get what you pay for. I mean, I'd be kind of upset if the 1080 which I have is only just like 10 frames better than the 1060, but it's fine. I mean, if you're playing games like an average gamer, you will not notice any frame drop. It's only little nerds like me that pick out these fine little details with a fine tooth comb. But I mean, any average person will not even care or notice at all. Plus, also the 1060 does look really cool in your case. If you've got a window in your case, it just looks amazing to stare at. I did manage to do a comparison as well. I rendered a 15-minute video, both in 1080p at high quality settings, both exactly the same video. The 1080 done the 15-minute video in about 9 minutes. I think it was 9 minutes 10 seconds. The 1060 done it in 9 minutes 50 seconds. So the difference isn't that great. So I would say they're exactly the same for rendering video. I didn't try rendering 3D objects because I don't know anything about that. But I can imagine both cards in that scenario wouldn't do too good, because that sort of environment is ideal for Nvidia's Quadro cards and AMD's version. I don't know what their version's called, but anyway, like cards that are just designed for rendering 3D images and video. These are just like gaming cards, so they're not really designed for that. But I mean, for the price you get, the 1060, very, very solid card. I can't complain. I was a bit upset that it didn't have an SLI bridge, because I can imagine if you put two of those in SLI, it would have been really good. But, you know, I guess Nvidia done that for a reason, not putting SLI bridges on it, because obviously they don't want like two 1060s will outperform like a 1070 and just about perform as well as a 1080, because then, you know, you'd save money by getting the lower card, wouldn't you? But, you know, it's all to do with like making money. That's why they've done it. But yeah, I mean, I'm very happy that my 1080 is an amazing card, really. That's the bottom line. But I would highly recommend the 1060 if you're trying to build a computer on a budget. Still, quality card, no problems there. And I would love to see how they both handle on VR, but I haven't got myself a HTC Vive as of yet, but I plan on getting one soonish. But anyway, I'm going to end this video here. I have been Samus, your host with the most. Tidy bye, you sexy.